Friends, did you know that MrBeast suffers from a stomach condition that prevents him from eating whatever he wants? And do you know how one of his challenges nearly brought him face to face with death? Moreover, what happened when the US government suspected that MrBeast was printing money at home because of how much he spends? And do you know why he was once arrested by the police while walking down the street? Well, in today's video, I'm going to reveal some secrets about MrBeast's life that very few people know. So let's start our countdown. Friends, typically MrBeast videos are packed with fun and entertainment, but did you know that one of his free giveaway videos turned into a disaster? Jimmy and his team had to cancel that video. This incident occurred in 2022 when MrBeast visited a local store in his area and told the management that he would return the next day to pay for the groceries of anyone who shopped there. Essentially, anyone who came to the store that day would get everything for free. The store employees were so excited about this news that they shared it with their families and friends, telling them that if they subscribed to MrBeast, they could get everything for free. This news spread like wildfire across the area. The next day, when the store opened, thousands of people showed up to shop. What was supposed to be a fun event and video idea turned into chaos. MrBeast canceled the plan and didn't show up. When people were informed that MrBeast wouldn't be coming due to security reasons, they became extremely angry. They abandoned their trolleys filled with items and left the store in frustration. Friends, you all know that MrBeast spends money as if the World Bank belongs to him. In most of his videos, he can be seen giving away millions of dollars, but as big as his heart is, his challenges are even greater. Once, while MrBeast was randomly giving away cash to people, someone asked him why he was donating so much money. MrBeast jokingly replied, "Take as much money as you want because I have a money printing machine at home." Even though he said this in jest, the US authorities didn't take it lightly. They legally summoned MrBeast for investigation, and he had to face a lot of trouble. MrBeast even made a video explaining the situation, stating that it was just a joke. He said, "Here's what happened. I was giving away money, doing my thing, and I jokingly said, 'Take as much money as you want. I have a money printer at my house,' but the government didn't like that at all." In 2018, another incident occurred that could have almost ended MrBeast's career. At that time, he had 5 million subscribers, and one of his viewers recognized his house. One day, when Jimmy, MrBeast, wasn't at home, a thief broke into his house. The thief stole his clothes, shoes, laptop, and several valuable items before fleeing. You might think that such a small theft wouldn't have mattered much to MrBeast. However, the real issue was that the cabinet from which the thief took the laptop also contained a piece of paper with the keys to MrBeast's crypto wallet written on it. Jimmy had kept all his money in Bitcoin, and at that time his crypto wallet held 2 million, which he had saved for future video projects. Luckily, the thief was foolish enough to take only the $1,000 laptop and left the paper with the crypto keys behind. If he had taken the password to MrBeast's Bitcoin wallet, it could have nearly ended his career. As you all know, MrBeast spends millions of dollars on his videos. Friends, you must have heard about the OceanGate submarine incident last year. In this tragic accident, 5 people, including a Pakistani billionaire and his son, lost their lives while attempting to explore the Titanic in the depths of the ocean. But what if I told you that MrBeast could have been one of them? It might sound strange, but when this incident happened, MrBeast revealed in a post that OceanGate had also invited him to join the Titanic expedition on their submarine. However, Jimmy declined the offer, saying it seemed too scary. Imagine if MrBeast had accepted the invitation. The disaster could have been even more devastating. Thankfully, luck was on his side, and he avoided the tragedy. Now let's talk about another dangerous challenge that MrBeast undertook in August 2018. He attempted a challenge to spend 24 hours underwater. He went into a pool and stayed inside a small underwater box, breathing through a tiny oxygen tube. Although his plan was to complete the full 24 hours, his condition started to deteriorate after just 12 hours. With great difficulty, he managed to stay underwater for a few more hours, but eventually exited without completing the challenge. This decision turned out to be the best one of his life, as staying underwater longer could have been fatal. While inside the small box, he was not only breathing oxygen but also releasing carbon dioxide, which significantly increased in concentration. The lack of proper oxygen supply could have damaged his brain, but fortunately he came out in time. Friends, MrBeast is one of the most famous entertainers in the world, with over 300 million fans. But did you know that when he was just 13 years old, he was diagnosed with a condition called Crohn's disease? This disease affects the digestive system, preventing the stomach from processing food properly. Whatever the patient eats passes through the system without being digested, causing severe pain and discomfort. Due to this condition, Jimmy can only eat strictly controlled foods, but the story doesn't end here. Despite suffering from such a serious illness, MrBeast undertook the most dangerous challenge of his life in 2022, where he planned to go 30 days without eating. You won't believe it, but he actually managed to survive 14 days without food. However, doctors eventually warned him that if he continued, his death was inevitable. Following strict advice from his doctors, MrBeast finally gave up the challenge and ended his fast by eating a burger. During those 14 days, he lost 8 kilograms of weight. Even MrBeast himself admitted that this was the hardest challenge of his life. In May 2023, MrBeast experienced an incident he could never have imagined. In the middle of May 2023, Jimmy was driving with a friend when police officers stopped them. Initially, the officers questioned him about why his car windows were tinted black. MrBeast explained that people often start taking photos and videos of him, so he had tinted windows for his own safety. However, the officer asked him to step out of the car and actually arrested him. The officer told him there was an arrest warrant against him. He was taken to jail and locked up like a criminal. You could tell from his face how scared he was.